Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are watching this. Know that I appreciate you. Yes, this sun is shining brightly on my pretty brown face. Oh, it is Jay, and I'd like to welcome you to another day in the daily life of Jay. It is Monday, May 18th, 2020. And it is 7:28 in the a.m. and I am headed to the JOB. However, I've got to go to the KROGER first, Kroger, to get my cereal. We were there yesterday and I did not pick it up. Don't know why. Well, I do know why, but I didn't. But I've got to go get my cereal because I am out of cereal. And yes, Monday through Friday, every morning I have a bowl of cereal. If you've watched the previous videos, one or two of them I've shown you the cereal that I eat. Oh gosh, my allergies they're not on 10, but they're at least at 6.5, 7. So I've already been, sneezing and carrying on this morning. How was your weekend? How was your weekend? My weekend was, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it. Saturday, it rained here all day, literally all day. It started at initially it started at about probably 1 in the morning, if not before then, probably 1 in the morning, with the major part of the storm, the thunder and the lightning. And then it eased up and it was just rain. And then we got the thunder and the lightning again probably about 3:30, 4 o'clock, because it shook both the dog and I. And then that eased up and we went back to just the rain. And it rained literally all day. I don't know when it finally stopped during the middle of the night, but when we woke up Sunday, it had stopped, and it almost looked as if it never had rained. That's how the sun had finally decided to come out. So it rained all day. We went out twice. He insisted on us going out twice, so we went out twice in the rain. I had to walk the dog twice in the rain. Thankfully, or unfortunately, however you choose to look at it, the dog does not care much for the rain. He will go out there in it, but he's got this thing about he doesn't want to step in puddles, which is hilarious to me. He doesn't want to step in puddles, or wet grass. So it's like, it almost makes him, it looks like he's cringing to use the bathroom. Or while he uses the bathroom, he's just like, oh, I just really don't want to be in this grass. Ugh. But he does his business and he doesn't waste any time. And he comes right on back in the house. So, let me slow it down. I forgot where I was. This is where I've gotten a ticket before for speeding. I was doing 45 in a 40, but they said I was doing 50 in a 35. So that was a ticket I had to pay. Speaking of, the husband got a ticket last week, and I was finally able to look it up and see how much the ticket's going to cost. And when I tell you I am livid, I'm livid. However, I can't be too freaking mad because could have just told him no. That's the simplest way to put it. I could have just told him no. But anyway, so had the dog out a couple of times. We went out to the stores a couple of times, and then I slept in on Sunday. Purposefully, I slept in on Sunday. And then when I woke up, even then, I still didn't really make too many moves. I got up, went to the bathroom, got back in the bed. So I did not technically get out of the bed until like sometime between 9:30, 10 o'clock. I did have my call Saturday morning, and it took 3 hours, which I kind of figured it would. I said 2 hours, but I knew it would take more like 3, just because of who I was talking to. Excuse me. And so that call went well, and all of the things that she wanted me to fix, she actually ended up fixing. And I may actually still go back and do it, because I don't know that she did. She told me she did it, but I don't know that she did it the way that it really needs to be done. So I have to make up my mind if I want to go in and make those changes. And they're not even like major changes, like grammatical errors or things like that. That stuff we fixed, and the things that we're still finding errors on are things that are intentionally misspelled. So what this is all about the aesthetics of it. And oh, excuse me, I don't know that I want to change anything. If I want to take the time to change anything, because when you change one thing in one place, it screws up everything else. And I really don't know that I want to go through that process. So I may just leave it as it is. So we had that talk Saturday, and then, like I said, Sunday I basically slept in and then rested for a good portion of the morning. Finally got up and did a couple of things around the house, not a whole lot. Put my laundry away finally, because the husband had enough energy to Friday morning get up and do some laundry, and I was excited about that. Yeah, sorry, but the sun's bright. Even though I've got these glasses on, the way the sun is sitting, it's hitting me pretty hard over the glasses. We did have a hospital incident Sunday morning, and then it became a fiasco because of COVID-19. The hospitals are not allowing anyone in other than the patient. Now, I don't know what they're doing as far as pediatrics are concerned, but with adults, it's just the patient. Well, he felt like he needed to go to the ER. I checked his blood sugars, and it just registered as high. It just registered as high. So I took him to the ER, and they would only let him go in, and he was not having that. So before they even rolled him in, after they took his temperature and put him in a chair and told him that I couldn't go back, he was unhappy, even though we explained that he has a difficult time speaking. Sorry, we can't let you back. I was fine with it. He was not. So we left, and he decided he wanted to go to another hospital. And before we actually left, the nurse said to us, every hospital is doing this, so it doesn't matter what hospital you go to. She will not be able to go back there with you. He did not want to hear that at all. So we went to another hospital, and the other hospital, the second hospital, said the exact same thing. She could not come back here with you. We understand that he has a difficult time communicating. We will call you if we need answers that he cannot answer. If we have questions that he cannot answer. And again, I was fine with it. He was not, so we left. I said, okay. Now this was at 5 in the morning that we're doing this. 5 in the morning on Sunday that we're doing this. So that is why I decided to sleep in. And then he had a bit of an attitude because he wasn't feeling well and wanted to get in his feelings emotionally about some stuff. So I just responded in a way that he did not anticipate me responding, and answered his question the way that he did not anticipate me answering his question. Which, it wasn't hostile, he just was insisting on pushing, and I'm like, I need you to not do that. And he insisted, so I gave him the answer that was an honest answer, but he wasn't expecting me to do it. So he was upset about that. I was fine with it. Be upset, he'll get over it, which he did. He got over it. And a couple of hours later, it was as if it hadn't even happened. And that's just the way life has been lately. He can be really very legitimately upset about something. And when I say legitimately, I don't mean necessarily that it's a valid reason for him to be upset, but he is truly feeling what he's feeling. And in a matter of a couple of hours, it's as if whatever he was upset about never even happened. You would have a conversation with him, and his personality is 100% different, and it's almost like there's no recollection of what happened. So that's what's been happening. That's one of the things that I'm dealing with as far as he is concerned, personality wise, emotionally. That's one of the things that I'm dealing with, which is difficult because, again, I've said this before, it really reminds me of my grandmother and Alzheimer's. She would be legitimately upset about something. Not to say that it was a valid reason, but the feelings that she had, the emotions that she had, were true emotions. And then in a couple of hours, it's as if it never even happened, whatever it was that she was upset about. So that concerns me. But it always has, even when I first noticed it. So, but yeah, that was Sunday morning with the hospital thing. And then, like I said, I ended up sleeping in afterward, and not getting out of the bed until I wanted to. And then we eventually, what did we do? I ate breakfast and made a smoothie, and then he brought me a frappe. I had a fresh mango, and I'm so ticked off. I had a fresh mango, and I got it peeled, and I got the first 4 cuts. The first 4 thin cuts, because it was still firm. It wasn't mushy. I got the first 4 cuts in, and then it slipped out of my hands and hit the floor, and I just said, forget it. I was so agitated because I really had a taste for a mango smoothie. So I still used what I had. It just wasn't that full-on mango taste that I wanted. Nope, can't get through there because there's a shortcut right there, but I can get through here. So yeah, did that. I think I did a few other things, like put the clothes away, like I said, and then we went out to the store to get some things for dinner. We already had the dinner. It's just getting the additional things to go with. So we did that. Oh, let me put my mask on. So we did that. Came back. I got on my call. We ate dinner because I wanted to eat before the call. And got on the call. Got off of that call and got on one immediately afterwards. It was on that one. And yeah, so that was my weekend. That was my weekend. Uneventful, but eventful. And again, I hope that you had a great one. So I'm going to go in here, get this cereal, and get on to work. Oh, and it smells funny in here. So that's done. I asked the husband if you could see through my skirt, which I hope that you cannot. But I've got this cute little, and it's actually not little, it's a long one. It's a long skirt, but it's a thin, almost linen-like material, and I don't have a slip-on under it. So I asked the husband before I left the house if you could see through it, and I was angled in the sun, and he said he didn't see anything. So I pray that you can't. See, what I hate is when I look behind me and there's nothing coming, and then all of a sudden, as I'm backing out, a car shoots past me, behind me. And I can't use the camera, especially on a super sunny day like today, because it's not as effective when the sun is shining brightly, and it's impossible almost to see. Well, it is impossible to see what's behind you. But anyway, so cereal bought. This is what I get most times. And what they're sold out of, which I find hard to believe, is the oats and honey without the raisin. So I'm going to have a bowl of cereal. I'm going to drink my smoothie or frozen drink. And it is another chocolate peanut butter smoothie. However, it's got the stuff that I normally put in it, the almond milk, the collagen. I used the last of my collagen. I've got to get some more. And I knew that it was going to be the last, and I haven't been to get more. But the collagen, the chocolate protein, the almond milk, the collagen, the chocolate protein, the peanut butter, 2 heaping tablespoons of peanut butter, my chocolate nibs, my cacao nibs, and this time I put in some frozen cherries to sweeten it up a little bit. And oh, I didn't have my turmeric shot this morning. I have, for the last 2 weeks, been taking every morning, Monday through Friday, for the most part, a shot glass of turmeric and ginger. It's turmeric and ginger tea, and you can have it cold or warm. So slow it down. Most mornings I have it cold, but one morning last week I did have it warm, and I had more than a shot. I had an actual cup of tea. But most mornings I have it just as a cold shot, and I didn't do it this morning. And that's Monday through Friday. And if you do not know what turmeric and ginger are good for, please do your research and look it up. But both are great for digestion and inflammation. Digestion and inflammation. So that is the main reason why I use them. And it appears to be working because my limbs are not so sore in the morning. They're not so sore in the morning. You know how you first wake up sometimes and the husband is calling. Hold on. Okay, so as I was saying, the husband was calling to see if I was at work yet, which I knew that he was going to do. Because if I don't call him within, or text him within 10 to 15 minutes, which is normally the time it takes me to get to work, he becomes concerned. So he calls to see what's up. But yeah, my joints have been, for the last couple of months especially, inflamed, and I've been in a lot of pain in the mornings getting out of bed. That was not smart. So I knew that both helped with inflammation, so I decided to make some tea and start taking it every day. Start drinking it every day. So I would have my shot in the morning, and at least once a week, sometimes on Fridays, sometimes on Saturdays. It really just depended on what I felt like. I would actually have a cup of warm tea and not just a shot. And it really does seem to be working, and it does help with my gut health. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing, and I forgot to do it this morning because I was focused on other things. Focused on other stuff. But yeah. So do the research, look it up, see if it's something you'd like to try. Don't do it just because I'm saying it's good. Do it because you've researched it and found out that it actually is helpful to you. There are 2 pickup trucks out here, and well, actually 3, but one of the techs is picking up his now. He parks his personal vehicle here and picks up the one that he drives every day. But there's another one here. I'm wondering whose it is. All right, so I'm at work. I need to get in here. I pray again that you all had a great weekend, and that the rest of your day today is amazing as well. Peace and blessings. Remember to walk in your purpose, and know that I appreciate you.